think one of the easiest places to quietly overspend is in our kitchens, not because of what we buy, but because of what we waste. If there's one place in our home where I've learned that small habits can make a surprisingly big difference, it's definitely in the kitchen. And I'm not talking about extreme couponing or, never buying coffee again. It's just simple things we've started doing over the years that help us waste a lot less food, stretch our groceries a little bit further, and ultimately spend less money. And so today I'm sharing some of the frugal kitchen habits that genuinely save our family money. We live in Ontario, Canada. So especially with the cost of groceries right now, I've become even more intentional about what comes into our kitchen, how we use it, and maybe most importantly, what doesn't end up in the garbage. So grab a coffee or a tea and let's get into it. So the first thing you saw me do in this video was prep some beans. We've been doing this. I do this probably once a month and I get enough beans prepped for the entire month. Usually that's one bag of dried beans. I prefer navy beans. I just like the texture in a lot of the recipes that we make. And all I do is I dump them into a bowl, check them for any rocks or any debris, and I cover them with water and set them aside to soak for the whole day and then the whole night. And then I will show you what I do with them the next day. And then I'm prepping a loaf of bread. I do this a couple times a week. We eat a lot of it. It's just a simple no-knead loaf. And I will share the recipe in a link in the description box down below. And then I'm also taking a whole chicken out of the freezer and just putting it there to defrost. Another thing I'm doing is I'm checking over the fruit for anything that needs to be saved in a different way. So these bananas are going soft. If I'm not using them to make banana bread, what I'll do is I will slice them up and put them in a Ziploc bag and freeze them. And I do this specifically for smoothies. We do a lot of what my 5-year-old calls ice cream smoothies, and the frozen banana slices is key to getting the right texture. So I love to have them on hand, and it's a great way to make sure that we're not wasting those bananas that go brown way too quickly. Here I am on another morning and I am taking some frozen cheese croissants out of the freezer. So I like to always, when I'm at the grocery store, check the sale rack in the bakery section, mostly for items that I wouldn't make myself. So things like cheese croissants, I could, but I'm not in that season of life, so I'm not whipping those up every week. So it's nice to grab those when they're 50% off. I slice them, freeze them, and save them for things like this, just a extra special breakfast sandwich on a weekend morning. So just frying up some eggs, melting some cheese on there, and having them on a nice cheese croissant. And it's just a little extra treat that really doesn't cost that much more because I'm getting it on sale. And here is my son's sandwich, just served up with some sliced pear, which, yes, we mostly buy on sale fruit. So we don't always buy the same fruit every week. I normally shop the sales, which is nice. It adds variety, but it also kind of forces us to shop in season, which I find is another really, really great way to save money on your groceries. Shop the in-season produce. And the beans had soaked all day, all night, and now I am popping them on the stove. So I gave them a big rinse, added some fresh water to this Dutch oven, and I am bringing them to a boil with some salt, some bay leaves, and some onion. And once they come to a boil, I turn off the heat and let them sit for a couple of hours. And then it's as simple as straining them and they are done. And I'll show you what that looks like in a little bit. While those are doing their thing on the stove top, I'm going to take this bread. This dough was what I already showed, so it had proofed all night. This recipe works best if you let the dough proof for a full 18 hours. That's what I've found. But then it's so stinking simple. You literally just scoop it out of the bowl, pop it on some parchment paper, and then pop it into a heated Dutch oven to bake. And again, I will link the full recipe in the description box down below for you guys. This is a favorite. You can do so much to it to switch it up. You can add cheese, herbs, all sorts of things to make it suit your needs. When I put it on the parchment paper, I kind of stretch it out into more of a log shape. And that is because I got this new cast iron loaf dish and I have been loving it. It just makes the perfect size bread loaf. And it's nice. It structures this loaf because this bread really just kind of assumes the shape of whatever you're baking it in. So it's been really, really nice because I can bake it, let it cool, slice it, and then freeze it, and it lasts a really, really long time. In the freezer, I'm normally taking slices out and toasting it when we need to use it. And this is what we do with those bananas. I am making a highly requested ice cream smoothie. It's literally just frozen banana, whatever frozen fruit I have. And again, we buy the frozen fruit that is on sale. And then I'm adding a little bit of yogurt, some nut butter, and it's just whatever nut butter I have on hand. I think this was almond butter on this day. And then I normally pop some honey in here as well. The texture of this makes it. And we have been eating a ton of these this summer. It has been so hot and it has been so nice to just sit out on the back steps and enjoy these little sweet, cool treats when it's 30 degrees Celsius outside. And here's what the bread looks like after. She's stunning, she's beautiful, she's delicious. So I'm just putting this loaf over here to cool before I will slice it and freeze it. Again, slicing it and freezing the whole loaf of bread right away really helps reduce waste. It doesn't go moldy. I just take out slices and toast them as we need them. Here is what the beans are looking like. They're perfectly soft and chewy, and now they are ready to be portioned out and frozen. So I buy these meal prep containers from Costco. They are plastic. I don't love that they're plastic, but it's what we're using for now. One bag of those Great Value dry navy beans makes 4 of these frozen portions, and we normally eat one of these containers of beans a week, and I make one dinner and then with one container of beans, and then we normally have a lot of leftovers. So it really does go quite far. And then this is that chicken, and I am cooking it up for dinner with some potatoes, onions, and carrots on the bottom. And then nothing goes to waste. So this is the broth I made with the carcass the next day. And then the following day, I'm making a soup with some beans, some Italian sausage, some carrot, onion, and of course that homemade chicken broth as well. So truly nothing goes to waste, everything gets used. We are saving money and we are still eating delicious food. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this in the future. Have a beautiful day, guys. Bye.